Imagine growing up in a household where every penny counted meant one more meal on the table, where the sweat of your parents was proof that, even amidst hardships, there was a chance for a better future. Now, imagine being that child and, when stepping outside to play or trying to be part of something bigger, like a basketball game with friends, you're ignored, rejected, and told you're just not good enough. This is the story of the greatest player in the world. Before becoming a sports legend, the greatest basketball player in history had to endure the humiliation of being overlooked by those he hoped would accept him. He was a skinny, short kid who dreamed of being chosen for the games, but often ended up watching from the sidelines. The pain of rejection wasn't confined to the courts. It followed him home, a place where, despite love, there was also a constant struggle to survive. How do you turn scorn into fuel for greatness? How do you overcome the pain of not being good enough and prove, not just to others but to yourself, that greatness is possible? Michael found these answers through discipline, dedication, and an unshakable will to succeed. This is the story of a boy who, rejected and surrounded by low expectations, became the greatest of all time. Follow this journey filled with challenges, hard work, and moments of triumph that continue to inspire the world to this day. Michael was born in the Brooklyn neighborhood of New York City, but it was in the quiet town of Wilmington, North Carolina, that he grew up and faced the early challenges that would shape his life. The son of James and Dolores, Michael was raised in a hard-working family where love was abundant, but comfort was often scarce. His father, a dedicated mechanic, and his mother, a determined bank employee, instilled in their children the importance of hard work. From a young age, Michael was an energetic and competitive boy, but that wasn't always enough to gain acceptance from his peers. He loved playing basketball at school and in the neighborhood, but his size and skills didn't stand out. In fact, he was often overlooked by other boys who preferred taller and stronger teammates for their teams. For Michael, these rejections stung deeply, but they also ignited a flame of determination in his heart. While Michael faced rejection from friends on the court, life at home presented its own challenges. The family's livelihood relied on hard work and long hours. James and Dolores did everything they could to provide for their children, but it wasn't always easy. Money was tight, and Michael understood he couldn't afford to waste any opportunity. His mother, his greatest supporter, always reminded him, if you want something, you have to work harder than everyone else to achieve it. Those words became a driving force for Michael, who began spending more and more time practicing basketball on his own, imagining the day he would be good enough to be chosen. The traumas we carry often find their roots in significant and tragic events that shape our perception of the world. For Michael, one of these moments occurred during his childhood. On what was meant to be a day of fun, he witnessed one of his closest friends drown in a river. The scene was devastating, leaving a profound mark on his young and impressionable mind. The tragedy shook him deeply, but fate had even more challenges in store. Some time later, on another hot day of leisure, Michael went to play with his friends by a river. Thinking the water was shallow, he jumped in, only to discover it was the deepest part of the lake. He began thrashing and calling out for help. Panic took hold of everyone as they screamed, but Michael was fighting for his life. One of his older friends, who was a strong swimmer, jumped into the lake and managed to pull Michael out, gasping for breath. Michael came perilously close to losing his life in the lake. The desperation of fighting for survival, while the water seemed endless, brought all his fears flooding back from the loss of his friend. These episodes left him with a trauma he would carry for years. The fear of rivers became a real and constant presence in his life. However, instead of being consumed by these memories, Michael found a way to channel his emotions into something else: basketball. The sport became an escape, a way to confront his inner demons and transform his pain into strength. It molded the competitive spirit that would eventually make him a legend. The turning point in Michael's life came during high school. In his second year at Laney High School, he tried out for the basketball team but was cut. The reason? He was deemed too short and lacking in potential. This moment was devastating, but instead of giving up, Michael used the rejection as fuel. He began training even harder, waking up early to run, practicing his shots well into the evening, and challenging anyone willing to play against him. Over time, his dedication began to pay off. Michael grew taller and developed extraordinary basketball skills. The following year, not only did he make the team, but he also became its standout player. His speed, precision, and relentless drive to win were unmatched. Michael's talent began to catch the attention of university coaches. In 1981, he earned a scholarship to play for the University of North Carolina, where he quickly made his mark. In 1982, during his first year, he hit the game-winning shot that secured the national championship for his team. This moment put him in the national spotlight and paved the way for his entry into the NBA. The rest is history. Michael Jordan became a legend, winning 6 NBA championships, 5 regular season MVP awards, and inspiring millions around the world. Yet, he never forgot his roots. He understood that every challenge he faced during his childhood was essential in shaping who he became. Michael Jordan's story is about more than basketball. It's about never giving up, even when everything seems to be against you. He proved that greatness isn't defined by natural talent, but by relentless effort and the ability to turn challenges into opportunities. And what about you? What are you doing to overcome your challenges? What lessons can you take from Michael Jordan's story? Share your thoughts and inspire others.
Compartilhe sua opinião e inspire outros.